how sophisticated do you have to be to launder tens of billions of dollars around? SBF did that. So that is a bar for sophistication. He was eventually caught. He was not caught for laundering tens of billions of dollars around. He wasn't even under suspicion for laundering tens of billions of dollars around. SBF was Tether's banker. Alameda Research, one of the parts of like the corporate shell game that they were playing, moved tens of billions of dollars of cash around the financial system, largely under like full color of law on behalf of Tether to move it from wherever Tether had it, goodness knows, or wherever their buying customers had it to, I think at the moment it's mostly at Cantor Fitzgerald. Some shoe has to eventually drop there. I will eat a lot of popcorn when it does, but be that as it may. SBF was extremely sophisticated, like a person, not just SBF. I think people identify him uniquely, right? They identify the inner circle uniquely as being at fault here. There was an entire power structure there, which was extremely adept at figuring out how power worked in the United States and exercising it towards their own ends. And then it blew up. But until then, goodness, they decided we need regulatory licenses. They're called money transmission licenses in the United States. And those are done on a state-by-state basis. They got 50 regulators to sign off on it, et cetera, et cetera. Like there are many objective indicia of them being very good at their jobs until they lost all the money.
But it was more about politically getting people to look the other way rather than we figured out how to structure the wire in a way that won't get flagged.
It's not merely a matter of getting them to look the other way, but if you go back to the original SBF interviews where he's telling the founding myth of Alameda, he says like very loudly, the reason why I got this opportunity to do Bitcoin arbitrage between Japan and the United States is because I was able to do something that the rest of the world wasn't. I was able to, he doesn't say this in as many words, I will say it, suborn a Japanese bank because you need that as like one of the pieces to run this arb. And then I pulled tens of millions of dollars out of this. I don't think people like really listened to what he was saying there. And he literally says in the interview on Bloomberg, if I was a compliance person, this would look like the sketchiest thing in the world. This looks like it's obviously money laundering because it is money laundering. And then interestingly, Michael Lewis retells the story, and he locates the story in South Korea rather than in Japan. And some people who are involved say we tried it in South Korea and Japan, which people would like pull on more threads there. Like there's still lots of that story that we don't know. But anyhow, there's many other ways to launder money. You can like do things like let's say I establish a shell corporation and I buy a piece of real estate in New York City, and then I rent that real estate out to people, and I collect a stream of rents from that. And that money looks clean because there is an exclusive business. It's my shell corporation that is renting this real estate that really exists to a totally legitimate person. This money is clean. And the money that I like put into the system to buy this on behalf of the shell corporation, I'm just going to like wire it to a lawyer, and the lawyer is going to answer any question from the bank with, I don't know where it came from. I don't have to tell you. I'm a lawyer. It's a real estate transaction. What do you want from me? In one sense, that's money laundering. If the like original, money was the proceeds of crime. In another sense, that's how every real estate transaction goes down at those scales. And so like often like facility at money laundering is one facility at operating the economy plus, willingness to do that to hide the proceeds of some other crime. I think I would be really good at money laundering. I'm glad I haven't done it professionally, but it's fascinating intellectually. Previous communications departments I've worked at probably would like explicitly anti-endorse that sentence.
Sure.
What can one do?
We are originally confident that you're not laundering money.
I would be much wealthier if I was.